All right, y'all. Y'all already know what's going on, man. We back with another video. All right. We have, a pretty decent update on the Celeste Rivas Hernandez situation and David. This update kind of gives us, you know, less speculation because it's coming from the LAPD. We also get footage that goes against the timeline of when she was actually last seen. So we haven't, covered this in a little bit. I was just kind of trying to wait until different things start to come out that we can actually confirm. So now there's been a video that TMZ obtained by her neighbors. She was arguing with her neighbors about, I would say, 4 months after she originally went missing. And so y'all remember she was missing for a little bit over a year before she actually died. And when I say missing, she was a runaway. She ran away, I think, back in, it was like early 2024 in February. Then she ran away again a couple of months later. Then this footage we're about to see is actually in September of 2024, like a day before her birthday. So, the timeline is kind of shaken up a little bit now that this video has came out. There's even audio of supposedly one of her ex-boyfriends, which is hard to say that because she was like 13. I know little 13 and 12, 14-year-olds, they think they have boyfriends at that time. I get it. But he says some stuff about the family. TMZ, they bleeped most of it out, or they didn't show it at all because they didn't want to get sued because they couldn't confirm it. Basically, her little ex-boyfriend basically confirmed what we all thought. Messed up family, possible abuse, and she was just kind of a wild little girl. And from this footage, you could kind of tell she was a little wild. Obviously, if she's running away that much at a young age, there's stuff going on with the family. And we can talk about that a little bit more because this is starting to become very similar. And I mentioned it when this story first broke, that the mom and the family knew what was going on. They knew she was dating him and they allowed it. Almost like we talked about it being similar to R. Kelly and all these situations. The family knew. And it's clear as day that they knew. And this is the result of it. So let's check this out first, y'all.
Brand new video of Celeste Rivas Hernandez that completely rewrites the timeline of the case as we've come to know it has surfaced. Video was recorded at the home of Celeste's parents in Lake Elsinore, California, exactly a year ago, or a year before her body was found in the trunk of a car belonging to the rising music star named David. We had been told that Celeste went missing in April of 2024 and that her family hadn't seen her since. But this new video was recorded by a Nest camera on September 8th, 2024, which would make that 4 months after she ran away. The neighbors who provided the video to TMZ say that it shows her arguing with people who had pulled a prank on her. Take a look.
Let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk? I ain't gonna let you talk. No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk? You tripping. I ain't tripping. Nah, you tripping. Out the door and you tripping. Oh my god. Nah, because you tripping. Move the out of here. I ain't gonna do shit. I ain't gonna do shit. You better get over there. Get your over there, little girl.
Just by the very dates of this video seems to prove that Celeste visited her family at least once after she ran away for the last time. But a year and a half after the final missing person report was filed, her body was discovered in a frunk. That's the front trunk of David's Tesla. That was just 3 weeks ago. This video was just discovered as we're finally learning what's been going on behind the scenes of the investigation. The LAPD's captain and commanding officer released a statement saying that the body of Celeste Rivas Hernandez was likely in the frunk of the Tesla for a long time before it was discovered. According to Captain Scott Williams, quote, "We know for sure that Celeste Rivas Hernandez died and someone placed her body in the front trunk area of David Burke's Tesla. We know that the Tesla had been parked at the location from which it was towed for several weeks. So it is very likely Celeste Rivas Hernandez had been dead for several weeks prior to her body being discovered." I know, you don't think it's a big deal because it's like, yeah, we know all that, right? Not really. Like, this is the police finally confirming it, and they haven't said a thing. But that really does track with our reporting last week when we spoke with a private investigator who tracked down the tow reports for this Tesla.
So real quick, now you can kind of get an understanding that the neighbor said the Tesla had been abandoned in, the neighborhood area for about a month. It got towed and sent to the tow yard like August 29th or something. Then she wasn't found until, basically like a week and a half later. So it's very possible that she was dead for about a month and a half. Could be even longer because there's still no timeline of when she was actually killed or when she actually died. They did confirm someone put her in the front, obviously.
They showed that neighbors had called police about that car on August the 26th. Police responded the next day and ticketed the car as per protocol. They got to wait 72 hours between each of the tickets they put on there, and after 3 visits, then they can tow the car. The second ticket came September 3rd, and the Tesla was finally towed September 5th. So by our math, police were involved with the car for a week and a half. But the neighbors who lived nearby said the Tesla had already spent close to a month abandoned on that side road. And by the way, incidentally, it was just one street over from David's $20,000 a month mansion that his manager was renting. The Tesla was registered in David's legal name, David Burke. The 20-year-old singer has not been arrested, nor has he been named a suspect. But his friends confirmed to TMZ last week that he was indeed in a romantic relationship with a 14-year-old girl, Celeste. Social media posts indicate they may have even known each other since she was 12 and maybe even 11. Captain Williams responded to the friend's characterization by saying, quote, "As far as their relationship, it would be premature for me to say anything. We are looking into everything." An important piece of the puzzle that has yet to be determined is Celeste's cause of death. The medical examiner has deferred a cause while they await the toxicology results. But one thing they have determined is that Celeste Rivas Hernandez was not pregnant when she died.
So she was not pregnant. They're waiting for the toxicology results to, you know, try and confirm how she died. Right now, it is deferred. Can't tell anything from the actual body as it was so badly decomposed. I think, social media wise, everyone knows they were involved romantically. Obviously, it doesn't look like the LAPD has enough to say that they were. The head guy over the case said it would be premature for him to actually say they were completely involved, which is obviously why he hasn't been arrested for any kind of child crimes. This story is crazy, y'all. This junk is crazy because now, we're just talking about the facts. We've already kind of went over this industry ritual sacrifice type of thing that could very well be possible here. And the more, that it takes for this stuff to come out, the more I feel like that's what's going on. Even the footage from the supposed little ex-boyfriend, something about that didn't seem right to me. Check out this little 12-second clip. This was from the recent stream with Cenat and Drewski and Kevin Hart again. I think they were like touring Kevin Hart's house, mansion, or something like that. Also, Cenat was just on stream with LeBron. So it goes to show you the levels that Cenat is being introduced to into the industry. Well, really not even introduced. I mean, he's all the way there. You get LeBron James on your stream to tour the mansion that he streams in. It's pretty crazy. But this was Cenat walking in on Drewski and Kevin Hart, like watching TV. And there was a Ouija board on the table just sitting there. Check this out.
Why do you have a Ouija board here? You weird ass nigga. No, that's not. It's not a Ouija. It's a variation of a Ouija board. No, that's not. It's a variation. It's called decoration. It's the fucking go and start a conversation. Why do you have a Ouija board here? You weird ass nigga. No, that's not. It's not a Ouija. It's a variation of a Ouija board. No, that's not. It's a variation. It's called decoration. It's the fucking go and start a conversation. Why do you have a Ouija?
Now, I don't know. I mean, I respect it. He kicked it off the table and said, I rebuke. You know, he ain't say I rebuke it in Jesus' name. You got to finish it. You know, it ain't going to quite work if you don't finish it with the name. You got to say in Jesus' name. But somebody said there's always a test. Rare Kai W. They don't even try to hide it. Hidden message, they are trying to attack the kids. This is Hollywood. That's wrong. Good job, Kai. They hide the truth in plain sight. Somebody, Kevin Hart said it's a variation or decoration. Why is it in your house? Look, no, I wouldn't even play with those little Halloween Ouija boards. Y'all know, like companies start getting those little fake Ouija boards, little Halloween decoration ones. I wouldn't even play with those. That one looks completely real because the little thing you use to move across the board, it looks it don't look cheap. Let's just say that. There's no way. Somebody said peep how it was on the K. I'm not sure if it was on the K or not. I can't really tell. It's kind of can't really tell if it was on the K or not. But that was crazy. That was crazy. Look, we got another clip to check out, y'all.
It has just been released that Bad Bunny has been chosen to be the headliner for the NFL halftime show, you guys. I haven't heard much about Bad Bunny until just now. I started looking into him and instantly an obvious sellout. One of the first things I spotted was a Saturn tattoo. Red flag right off the bat. We're seeing it with Katy Perry, Kesha, Miley Cyrus, giving Saturn worship vibes a little bit. He's using one-eyed symbolism, taking pictures with pearls all over his face. What was it ZZ Top said about the pearl necklace? His behavior is literally mirroring everything we saw happen to Lil Nas X, with the one-eyed symbolism and acting possessed, dressing them up like they are gods of Greek mythology, having Bad Bunny chained and dancing for what looks like demons. Is any of this feeling familiar to you, or is it just me? And it's absolutely wild to me how the industry is getting guys to go from this to this. Looking at these pictures of him had my mouth on the floor. What it feels like to me is the industry is in a big hurry to replace Lil Nas X. He is out of commission for a while. And by the way, it's alleged that this was a psychotic break he had. There was no substances found in his system. So don't be surprised within a few years we see the same thing happening to Bad Bunny that we have Lil Nas X. I am now seeing trending videos by his fans stating that they loved him, but once they went to his concert, they felt like it was extremely demonic. After seeing what Ice Spice was doing at football games and seeing what Bad Bunny's all about, I don't know if I would be watching the NFL halftime show, you guys.
I told y'all, didn't we just we just mentioned Jay-Z and the football halftime shows when we did the video that was kind of like a him reaction with Larry Johnson talking about those sacrifices. And we all know, I mean, just by the artists that they choose to, in a sense, it's just like you're representing the NFL and whatever kind of agenda they want to push that year. I mean, you would think the NFL would have some kind of say so in approving these artists, but this is crazy Blatant one eye symbolism. Look at this fruit. Look at this zest. Look at that. It just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Like a man to wear something like that, and then you got all that armpit hair in your under your arms. It just looks crazy, insane. If you're gonna look like a woman, at least shave your your armpit hair. Look at this. And then, didn't Bad Bunny say he wasn't coming back to the U.S. because of the whole ICE situation and fearing like people who come to his, shows and stuff like that were gonna get deported or something like that? But yet, the Super Bowl halftime show is enough to get him to come back. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever heard um a single song from Bad Bunny. Somebody said Bad Bunny, one of the most demonic puppets in the industry. Evil, demonic industry, soul to soul, mocking the American family, shoving evil to our kids. Why are we still watching the NFL? I mean, that's why I say it's crazy that, the NFL would even approve this for your sport, for an artist who is blatantly this demonic to come and perform at halftime. But obviously, I know, NFL don't give a damn. They, they're basically owned, and they practice the cabal as well themselves. So this is not a surprise, but I just thought this was worth putting in the video because we literally just had that video that did very well. And, we were talking about the NFL sacrifices, the movie Him. We talked about Jay-Z being the one who puts together the artists for halftime shows and so on. That's crazy, y'all. Check out this next clip real quick. Thought this was pretty interesting.
Is that your sister, Katie?
Oh my God!
That's my mom.
Oh, that's your mom?
Hold on, we gotta get a side by side. Oh my goodness.
That is scary.
She's the first. She's the prototype.
Is that your sister, Katie?
Oh my God!
That's my mom.
Oh, that's your mom?
Hold on, we gotta get a side by side. Oh my.
Now that is crazy. Y'all let me know. I don't know if that's her mom or not. If that is her mom, that is ridiculous. That's crazy. Obviously, if the real Katy Perry is on the right, she's a lot taller than her mom. But that's crazy though. Somebody says when she says she's a prototype, she looks scared and uncomfortable. She looks uncomfortable. Does she look uncomfortable? I'm not really. She might look a tad bit uncomfortable. Someone said she says she's the first prototype. Doesn't mean original. It means first clone. She's the original Katie. The one we see on TV is the clone. Nah, this is crazy though. Y'all, let me know what y'all think about this. This is crazy. Hold on, let me pause it. Let's get it on. Wow. That is crazy. Which one is Katy Perry? I'm not really sure. Is Katy Perry tall or is she the short one on the left? I don't really know. I feel like I've seen the short one a lot, but the one to the right look a little different. Somebody says she has many clones. She looks scared. Everyone has a double. Y'all are cooked. Y'all forgot about Dolly the sheep. Look, no more. People got to stop bringing up Dolly the sheep, man. We don't need the Dolly thing to confirm human cloning. I've done the series. We already know human cloning is possible. You got to stop bringing up Dolly the sheep. That's old news. We way past that. Both from the same cloning base. They cloned Katy Perry. That's actually Katie. She just aged naturally. It's her mom. That's crazy, man. That is insane. I thought I'd end the video off with this one because y'all let me know, man. I don't even know which one is which now at this point. Insane. Insane. All right, y'all, man. We'll go ahead, wrap this video up here. Yeah, man. Start of a new month. Y'all already know what's going on. Y'all, continue to let me know what y'all want to see on the channel. Yeah, let me know what y'all want to see, man. We're gonna keep pumping them out this month. That being said, y'all, it's Black Balloon. I'm gonna see y'all soon. All right, I'm out.